Questail TV, thanks for joining us. I wanted to put up the current version of the Starship Enterprise from the original Star Trek that I've built in Starfield. This was requested by several viewers that I rework this item that I did on one of the streams, and this will allow me to post this highlight to uh, YouTube as well. So let's get to it. All right, here I've broken the ship down into pieces. We're going to build this at our Starship builder, and this is an advanced ship. So something I haven't gone over in my previous videos is that you will need to be level 60 to access all ship parts that are available to you from the various star yards. It's my understanding that you'll need to visit those star yards also in order to get those pieces all collected together in your builder. And of course, you won't be able to build any of the unique pieces. So, what we're going to do is build the Starship Enterprise with a little bit of a kickstand, and then we're going to take a trip to New Homestead on Titan, which is the Nova Star Yard, where we will get our final piece, our unique piece for the Enterprise. So I start on the bottom of the ship with the 120 LD landing bay from Deimos. And that I reverse it so that it has its entry at the back of the ship. Now I'm going to use 5 of these AccuLander 11 landing gear. They have 2 lander thrust, so we will have a total of 10 lander thrust for this ship, okay? Because we have 1870 mass. Now you can reduce the mass of the ship if you'd like to, mostly by reducing the extra cargo that I have on the ship. This Galleon S-204 cargo hold is 312 mass by itself, so keep that in mind. On the front, I put the NG340 grav drive because it looks a lot like the front sensor array for the Enterprise from Nova Galactic, Class C, 45 grav jump thrust. Okay, and that's the first layer of the ship. Now, of course, we're going to be able to need to be able to get to our cockpit, which is all the way up on the bridge. So let's start getting there with the Tayo workshop. And we'll place that right there. And then behind that, the Tayo infirmary. Okay. I don't know if you guys know this from experience, but here there's a little arrow that goes down into the ship, that goes down into the bay here, and that arrow indicates that you need a hab connected to it in order to continue your journey to the cockpit. Okay. Also on here, I've placed the SF-40 sheared flow reactor from Dogstar. You'll need piloting rank 4 and starship design rank 4. And that's why I said this is an advanced ship, level 60, piloting rank 4, starship design rank 4. You can put different items on here if you don't have those skills yet and you really want to be in the Enterprise. And then we're going to put some cowling on the side, and it's not going to stay here forever, but this is the Tayo side cap. Okay, 1 mass apiece, and we're going to drop these on the side just above the landing gear. And I'll show you why when we get to New Homestead. All right. Now we're going to roll back the next level of our ship. We're going to have the Galleon S-204 cargo hold. We're going to drag that right here and start to begin to make the connection for the engines, and that is just the Deimos hull A. This has a mass of 5. So you can certainly use the Nova that has a mass of 3, and that would be under structural. There it is. The Nova Bracer that has a mass of 3 instead. And you can make little adjustments to your ship like that as you go. Certainly make it your own. I feel a little bit like Bob Ross. Happy little starships. Make it your own. Okay, now we're going to put, for cowling, we're going to put the Nova Cowling 1L from Nova Galactic right there. And continue our journey to our cockpit by placing the Tayo Captain's Quarters right there. And then for additional cowling, we're going to put the Stroud Nose Cap B on the front there. Okay, we're ready to build the next level of the ship, and that includes the bridge. So let's put on the Nova Cowling 1L. On top of this Captain's Quarters and right in front of the Nova Cowling that we'd placed before. We're going to place the Tayo Control Station, allowing us to have 4 more crew members if you've got the skill for it. We're going to pull that to right there, and you can see that from the Tayo Captain's Quarters, that creates a route to our bridge through the Tayo Control Station. And then on the front, we'll place the Viking CP-220 cockpit from Stroud Eklund. There we go. And now by viewer suggestion, we have a wider bridge here. And I certainly think that it was a great suggestion, and I found a way with the Stroud nose cap. We have a front, we have a fore and aft Stroud nose cap B from Stroud Eklund that we're going to put on the ship on either side. And really all of this is just structural. It's just cowling at this point. We're going to use the Nova Cowling 2LPF from Nova Galactic to create sort of a hexagonal shape. There's not a whole lot of round shapes that you can do over multiple pieces in Starfield, but this sort of creates that illusion of a round bridge up here, and I really like it. Okay, let's do the engines now. We're going to move around so that we can get this Galleon S202 cargo hold from Protectorate Systems. It has 950 cargo and 200 mass, requiring Starship Design Rank 1. But it kind of has this diagonal curve, so we're creating sort of an S-curve to simulate the 45-degree sort of bracing for these engines here, but also adding a good deal of cargo to the ship. Now on the outside of those, I'm going to place these helium tanks. They have a mass of 29, but certainly 420 fuel is going to get you as far as you need to go, as far as your individual jumps when you grab jump. We're going to put the Tayo braking engine on the front of those. This is cowling. I just sort of like the look of it. I think it's really nice with the engines. Have those on there. And then we're going to put the Dun 71 engine, 5,250 maneuvering thrust. We're using a B-class engine because it just goes with the look of the ship, and we can stack 2 of these on top of each other, creating a total of 10,500 thrust on each of the sides, and that turns out increasing our mobility to 86. I really like that. A low mass piece that goes on top of the fuel tank is the Tayo Spine A. All right. And then I've placed another Dun 71 engine on top there. All right, it's looking good. On top of the Viking CP220 cockpit, I've placed this equipment plate. And that equipment plate will be used to attach the PBO 300 Auto Alpha turret, dealing 22 damage, whether or not you're paying attention to it, to hostile forces that are around you. And I'm kind of trying to simulate the top phaser that is seen on the Enterprise in a lot of the episodes, that is omnidirectional. All right, let's put the Slim Docker on top of our hab here. This is the 100 DP Slim Docker from Deimos, and goes on the top of the ship, since we don't have a hab at the bottom of the ship. Okay, I'm going to put this shield, Vanguard Bulwark Shield Generator. It's also a B-class shield. You can put whatever shield you want on the ship, but this one has 1450 max health and uses 12 max power, and I really like this particular shield. I'm going to drop it back there. For front phasers, we're using the PB300 Alpha Beam, dealing 41 damage to both the hull and shield at a fire rate of 1.5. And I like placing these. We're going to press Control to grab the second one. Hold Control to grab the second one. And I like placing these right underneath the cockpit here. Creates sort of a nice look for the ship, and you can fire those forward phasers when you're chasing one of your enemies. And over here we have the Horizon weapon mount that we're going to use to mount our missiles to the underside of the ship. I'll show you where those go. And these go right here on the side of the Stroud Nose Cap B. So you can fire your photon torpedoes from roughly the same location that they did from the Enterprise. And we're going to put another one of these on the other side. If you double click, you'll get both of the missile launcher and the Horizon mount there. There we go, we've placed that on there. And now another thing that was requested by multiple viewers is that you see these things in flight. So now we have a nominal ship build at 86 mobility. It's pretty good for a ship of this size. We could reduce the cargo a little bit, but it has a jump range of 30 light years, maximum jump range, almost maximum top speed, and it has a max crew of 7. Certainly you're not going to get 400 crew on here like you might on the original Enterprise, but cargo of 3,660, a shield of 1450, and a total hull of 1433. Okay. The missile systems, the missile lock is going to be your greatest damage here, but a fair amount from the lasers or phasers, as it were, as well. So we're going to exit this, accept a nominal build, and then we're going to have to make it our home ship. So let's do that. Spoilers! The Borg cube is coming. Alright, we'll get on to the Enterprise, make that our home ship. so that it's here on our ship builder that we built at our outpost. All right, I think it looks great. Now the landers we're gonna fix on Titan, so don't you worry about that. That forward sensor array, I mean, it's the grav drive, but you know, what are you gonna do? Looks really, really nice. Now let's get here into the back of the ship through this bay and get directly to the cockpit. Unless you really need to go to the workshop or something like that, you probably don't want to wander through this particular ship to the cockpit by using doors and ladders. So it's up to you. Let's take off, see what we get. The landers are not optimal here, so
3, 2, 1, go!
Hell of a view from here.
Alright, it looks great in space, and certainly you can zoom in all the way to the bridge as well, if that's what you'd rather do. We've got our forward phasers that we can fire. Destroy this asteroid. We can also fire our missiles at that thing. Photon torpedoes. And then we'll go to the map and get on to Titan from my outpost on Shoza. Alright, the Sol system. And here we are on the moon of Saturn, Titan. And we're going to land at New Homestead. All right, give me 1 second. All right, let's go to the shipbuilder.
Anything I can help you with?
Modify our ships.
How about it?
Here on New Homestead. And we'll go to the shipbuilder. And then we're going to fix a little visual problem that we have here. With a unique piece that you can get here on New Homestead. Alright, delete those landing gears. And get up underneath the Tayo workshop. And then hit G. And we're going to go to the gear. And we're going to use the NG20 landing gear and cycle through to the last option here, NG20 landing gear variant 3, 4 lander thrust, requiring Starship Design rank 2. And you can hit E to put that on there. You can also just hit Control G to make another one of those and pull it back. And now we have a nominal build with no landing gear on the side. And we can take these Tayo side caps that we had. And we can click on that one until it's orange. Hold down Control. Choose all 3 of these. From above the base horizon here, pull that off of the ship. And then hit F to get it to go down a level. Place that over the side of our landing gear to sort of conceal it. Hold down Control, grab all three of those pieces, pull that off of the ship, hit F to go down one level, place that over our landing gear. And a nominal build is complete with no landing gear on the side, because we get 4 from each of these landing gear, putting us at 12. So you actually could add more cargo to the ship if you wanted. It would reduce the ship's mobility if you did. So that's the Starship Enterprise from the original Star Trek. I hope you liked the build. Please come and visit QuestAL TV, so twitch.tv/QuestAL TV, when we're streaming 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays to see the other adventures that I am undergoing in Starfield. And then I'm going to put up some more videos for you as soon as I can. And I really appreciate everybody who joined us. And we'll see you next time on QuestAL TV.